Hey PELWELL family, and welcome to Core on Fire. Today is going to be a beast of a workout, so get ready. You don't need anything today, just you. So when you're ready, let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and come into a forearm plank to begin. Make sure that the elbows are directly below the shoulders. The hands can either be in line with the elbows together, or maybe they even interlace to make a fist. Make sure the feet are about hips distance apart and the heels are driving into the wall behind you. Pull the crown of the head out long and find length through the entire body. From here, pull the abdominals in nice and strong. Let's start to build some heat through the core. Make sure you're pressing the floor away underneath those forearms. And imagine you're trying to pull the elbows and the feet together, so you really feel your midsection start to fire up. Stay with your breath and embrace the stillness of this plank. From here, we're just gonna swivel the hips side to side about 10 reps. So start to feel the obliques engaging a little bit more. Make sure to keep the shoulders pretty stable. The only thing that's moving is the hips. Slowly come back and hold this forearm plank. Stay super strong through the arms, the abdominals, and the legs. Keep driving the heels back. Take the gaze towards the fingertips instead of directly down, if you feel the temptation to shrug the shoulders. Feel free to modify the forearm plank if it gets to be too much by dropping the knees, and we're back to those hip twists. Really staying strong through your core, through the obliques. You got it, stay with it. And then settle back into center. Go ahead and release the knees and slowly take a breather. Nice job. From here, we're going to transition into a side plank. So feel free to leave the bottom knee bent on the floor. Extend the top leg and the top arm out long. Reach the top arm underneath the body towards the wall behind you. Really scoop in through the obliques as you do this. And 10, 9, 8, 7. You got it. Stay with it. Stay at that tempo. Keep twisting through the obliques. Keep pulling the hips up and away from the floor. And now hold, hold, hold. Try to square the shoulders to the floor. Scoop in through the obliques. Stay strong through the abdominals. And slowly release. Nice job. Straight into the other side. If you want to try it a little harder, stay up on the feet this time. But if you need to drop the knee again, that's always available to you. Listen to your body and do what best suits you. Let the gaze follow the hands so you know you're really twisting underneath that body. And hold, hold, hold. Scoop in the abs. Square the shoulders and the hips towards the floor. Stay strong through your obliques. And slowly release, just transitioning back to the other side. Having the same setup as we did before. But this time we're going to float the bottom leg and bring it in towards the elbow. If you feel a little unstable, you can bring the top hand towards the floor, but try tented fingers so you're keeping very little weight there. Squeeze through the obliques as you drive the knee to the chest and then transition into the other side. Find that balance, that stability. And if you can float the top arm, go ahead and try. We're doing about 10 reps of everything here. Slowly transition back through your plank. And we're going to set up on the other side again. This time as the knee comes in, we're going to lower it towards the elbow, or towards the wrist rather, and then extend it back in. So elbow to wrist and back. Elbow to wrist and back. About 10 reps. Again, if the top arm's on the floor, just try tenting the fingers so we have very little weight. So we're really using the core here to stabilize and feeling the obliques fire up. Do about 10 and then switch sides. Again, same thing, that bottom leg, knee to elbow, lower the knee to the wrist, and then extend it back. As you lift the knee back up, really scoop through the obliques and feel your side body really firing up. Transition back through plank, slowly release, roll the shoulders, take a breather, nice job. That was a lot of core work so far, and we're just beginning. Go ahead and come into a forearm side plank, extend the bottom leg out and just hold. Use the oblique to hold it, and then switch sides. We're only staying for less than 10 seconds, so really lift that leg, float that leg, stay, stay, stay. And slowly release it back. Nice job. So hopefully you're starting to feel the obliques and feel your core. Take a breather here and then transition onto your back. Extend the legs out long, hands down by your hips, and then float the feet from the floor. If the lower back pops up, bring the knees into the chest and stay at tabletop as you reach the fingers towards the back side of your mat. Pulse crunching here. Slowly roll up, come into boat and stay. Find your balance, keep your core nice and strong. Keep the knees in line with the ankles. So make sure that the ankles aren't dropping down. And now pump the arms. Make sure that the chest is behind the belly button. Keep breathing. Slowly release it down and hover, and then release, but keep the upper body up. Reach the hands out long and pulse crunch. Stay with it. We're gonna be here for just a little bit. So really make sure you're leading with the chest towards the belly button, so you're really firing up through the upper abdominals, rather than just hinging from the neck. Keep the lower back flush with the floor beneath you. You got it, stay with it. Keep breathing. Keep leading with the chest towards the belly button. Keep the gaze down the body to protect the neck. Hold it at the top, hold, hold, hold. Stay, 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 squeeze the abdominals. Don't fall out of it, you got it, you're almost there. Keep that lower back connected with the floor. And slowly release. Extend the arms overhead. Let the ribcage pop open, arch the lower back, and just find length and space to the front side of your body. Beautiful job so far. Slowly come back up and let's get ready to work again. So come back to boat pose. Lean on to one side so you're resting on just the right hips. Find the length, find that extension as you lower down into a sunken boat and then come back up. So staying on one side, really squeezing through the obliques and having to use your core to stabilize and balance. Keep the upper hip up and off the floor. Exhale as you contract and inhale as you find that extension. We're doing about 10 per side. When you come through center, hold boat for a second and then switch to the other hip. Bring the knees to the chest and reach the arms back towards the heels. You got it, beautiful job, stay with it. Stay with your breath. Exhale as you contract, inhale as you find that extension. 10 reps, hold through center, and then back to the opposite hip. Find your balance first, find that extension, and then again, about 12 times, we're gonna crunch and extend. If you fall out of it or feel unstable, just take a breather and then get right back in it. You got it, stay with it. About 10 reps. When you come through center, hold both, and then transition onto the opposite hip without dropping. You got it, nice job. Make sure you're breathing, stay with it. Come through center, hold, boat, hold, hold, breathe, breathe. Let the heels drop and lower all the way down, straight into flutters. So the legs are just fluttering one on top of the other, really working the lower abs. Roll up, hold, 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 hold. Release the left hand, open the hips to the sky. Coming right back through boat, sinking and back to the flutters. We're doing about 10 sets. Without dropping, we're gonna roll all the way back up to boat, hold. Drop the right hand, find that extension through the body, lift the hips. Reverse tabletop. Drop back down and back to flutters. 10 sets, breathe, keep that lower back connected with the floor. Without dropping, we float up to boat, hold, hold, hold. And again, open left arm to the floor. Find space through the front of the body. Lower yourself back down, get ready to flutter again. Nice job, stay with it, breathe. Roll up without dropping. Right hand to the floor, open the hips, beautiful. Lower back down, last time, come on, stay with it. 10 sets. Without dropping, we come back up into boat. Release, drop the hand, open the front side of the body. And let's finish on the other side, you got this. Roll it up, and then open it up. You are officially halfway through this workout. You are crushing this. Stay with me, stay with me. Come back to a boat pose and lower yourself all the way down to the floor. And come back into those upper body crunches. Hands reaching towards the feet, chest coming towards the belly button. And we're gonna add the legs like they're marching one at a time. So start to use the lower abs. If it gets to be too much, take the fingertips behind the ears. Just make sure you're not pulling on the neck. The hands are just there as a support. Little tiny crunches, small movement. You got it. Stay with it. Stay grounded, stay connected. Don't give up. You got this. We're doing about 50 reps here and you're already past your halfway point. Stay with it, keep breathing, keep marching out the feet, keep scooping in the abs, roll it all the way up without releasing. Nice job, roll back onto the shins. Come through tabletop and back to a forearm plank, just like we started class. Find that nice plank, pull the crown of the head forward, push the heels back, pull up through the abdominals, find that strength, find that stability. From here, drop the left knee and bring the right knee towards the right tricep so you're squeezing through the right side. Now, if you feel like you don't need the left knee on the floor, feel free to stay up and off the floor through that knee. About 10 on that side and then 10 right on the other. You'll see how I modified on one side and not on the other, so you can see the variations that you can take here. And then hip swivel side to side. Keep the obliques strong. Avoid the booty piking up high to the sky. Stay with it, and we're going to do that again. So again, if you want to modify, let the left knee drop, right knee to the tricep for 10 reps. As you bring that knee in, squeeze through the obliques, squeeze through the abdominals, and exhale. Inhale as you extend. After about 10 reps, we're going to switch sides, and as you transition, see if you can do it on the toes, coming up and off the knee, even if it's just for a rep or two. The more you challenge yourself and the more you try, the better you will get. After 10, right into those swivels side to side. Keep the upper body nice and stable, twist through the obliques. Beautiful job, stay with it. Slowly release, take a breather. Nice job, you're doing so good. Come back into a modified forearm plank and walk yourself up into a forearm side plank to drop and lift the hips. So keep your hips and your chest open to the wall in front of you and just pike the hips up toward the ceiling by lifting through the obliques. You got it, stay with it. If you need to drop that bottom knee, feel free, but if you can stay with me, stay with me. Slowly transition right into the other side, the exact same thing. Scoop in through the obliques, through the abdominals, and drive the hips up high to the sky. You got it, stay with it. Don't give up, you got this. and slowly release, transitioning back into that forearm plank. Drop the knees, and one more time on each side. You got this. Scoop in those obliques. Drive the hips up high to the sky. Stay with it. You got this. Breathe. Keep lifting up and out of the bottom shoulder. Build strength through the upper body and through the core. Come through center and switch sides. Same thing on the other side. You got this. Stay with it. Stay with it. You're almost there. And roll back through center. Beautiful job. Go ahead and come into a modified forearm plank and hold. Scoop in the lower abs. Really brace the transverse abdominis. Make sure the shoulders are right over the elbows. Breathe. And slowly release. Walk it up to tabletop. Step the right foot to the outside of the right hand and float your left knee. To build heat, we're just going to come up onto the tippy toes of the right foot and really use the obliques to lift up through here. Come up onto the tippy toes of the left. Try to get everything up and off the floor as high as you can and release. Do it again. And release. This time we're going to float the right foot from the floor. So scoop it in, float, float, float. Flip your dog, land with the foot onto the floor, and with as much control as you can, slowly, slowly revolve back over to center, right foot to the floor. Again, scoop up, float the right foot, flip your dog, nice and open, hips to the sky, and then with that control, slow, 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 with as much control as you can, bring it back, place the foot onto the floor. One more time, pull it up, flip your dog, open the hips, and then again, slowly bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, and replace the right foot onto the floor, step it back, and sit into child's pose. Beautiful job. Get ready to transition to the other side. So the exact same thing here on the other side, left foot to the outside of the left hand. We're gonna just build some heat first by scooping everything in and floating the heel from the floor. So pressing through the tippy toes, pressing through the hands, find that balance, lift up, stay, stay, stay. 3, 2, and lower down, lift up again, hold, hold, hold. Stay with it, and release. Get ready to float the left foot completely from the floor. Stay with it, flip your dog. And then with as much control as you can, slowly bring everything back to center. Slow, 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 and replant the left foot on the floor. Get ready to do it again. Float the foot. Use your obliques, flip your dog. And slowly, slowly, with control, bring it back to center. We're gonna do that one more time. Scoop through the obliques. Twist it over, open the hips to the sky. And then slowly bring it back to center. Release the foot, step it back through plank, drop the knees, sit back into child's pose. You earned it. Nice job. Come back through tabletop, tuck the toes, and come into a high plank. Right knee to the elbow, and then let it melt down towards the floor. So knee to elbow, drop, scoop, and extend. About 10 sets here on the right side. You got it. So that knee drives towards the elbow, down towards the wrist, and you extend it back. Really stabilizing through the obliques. Keep your hips square to the floor. Release the knees, sit back into child's pose. Transitioning into the other leg. So pull yourself back through, come up into your high plank, and now the left knee. Let it melt, up and back down. Really scoop through the abdominals. Feel your obliques. Keep the upper body nice and long, so avoid adding tension through the shoulders. You got it, stay with it. Slowly drop the knees, sit back into child's. Nice job. Go ahead and meet me on your back. Going right into reverse crunches. So keep your knees zipped together. Lift the hips up and off the floor as you bring the knees towards the chest. Press as little weight into the hands as you can. And now double leg extension. Zip the inner thighs together and lower and lift both legs. Keep the lower back connected with the floor. Keep your entire core nice and strong. Slowly release, let the toes touch the floor, and right back to those reverse crunches. Second round. Keep that lower back connected with the floor. Keep the knees together as you bring them towards the chest. Straighten the legs, and now lower and lift your straight legs. Exhale as you lift the legs, inhale as you lower. Keep that lower back connected with the floor. You got it, stay with it. Keep the legs up. Extend the right leg, lower the left, and now reach pulsing behind the right leg. Upper body crunches, you got it, stay with it. About 10 on one side. Bring the other leg up, switch, and then 10 on the other side. Little upper body crunches. Lift both legs up, double leg lift one time, and then switch again, back to the right side. 10 reps. And then 10 on the left. Both legs up, and slowly lower the feet back towards the floor, bend the knees. This time, let the ribcage pop open, let your lower back lift up off the floor, find that extension through the front side of the body, and then slowly come back up, transition back to high plank. Right knee to the right tricep and hold. Pull in the abdominals, scoop them in, round the upper back. Get the knee as close to the chest as you can. Stay with it and breathe. Release the foot back, right into the left side, get ready. Pull it in and hold. Get the knee as close to the chest as you can. Make sure the shoulders are still over the wrists. Stay with it, you got it, breathe. And release the foot back. Hold your high plank, stay, stay, stay. We're gonna do that one more time, so pull the right knee in, hold. Press the floor away through the hands. Scoop the abdominals in, come up high onto the left toes. Breathe, release the foot. Coming to the left side, pull it in, scoop in the abdominals, hold. You got it, beautiful job. Stay with it. Release the foot back, hold high plank, hold, 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 stay with it. Pull the abdominals in, you're almost there. And we have finally made it to our finisher. You're ready just to pull the knee into the chest. Take a quick breather. Round the spine, come back to high plank, knee to chest, and switch. Just like you did in your holds, but now we're just switching the legs. Pull the abdominals in, scoop them in, round the spine, pull the knee to the chest. Really work through the lower abs here. You got it, stay with it. And release it back into child's pose. Beautiful job. Thank you, PELWELL family, for joining me today. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. And until next time, be well.